What's up, everybody? I'm back, and welcome to a brand new video. This one's going to be doing my Walking Dead Season 7 Episode 4 titled Service Reaction Review. This one is a really sweet episode. I mean, it's the start of one of my favorite comic book story arcs, that is, What Comes After. It's a really great story arc for the comic, and the show is adapting it awesomely. I mean, this episode mirrored issue 103, I believe it is. I believe that's what starts What Comes After. This episode was one of those episodes that, adapted the material so faithfully that it was awesome. And I know last week my complaint was that for comic fans the episodes seem redundant, but I mean, this is such a great issue, and to see it adapted on screen, the tension was there. I mean, there's a death coming up with one of the Alexandrians in the comic, and I really thought that they were going to put it into this episode. I knew it was a 90-minute episode, and I really thought that, they were setting it up. They're already setting it up, and I really thought that, they might just stick it into this episode just to give us something to, be amazed about, but they didn't. But it's coming. It is. It's coming soon. You can feel it when you watch the show. If you know who the character is, you know what's coming. And wow, this episode was great. I mean, the tension was there. I knew Rick wasn't going to die, but the tension was still there. It was still strong, and it was awesome. I mean, Negan hands Rick Lucille and then taunts him about it in one of the greatest lines ever. We'll talk about that in the breakdown. This breakdown will come out sooner than last time, I promise you that. But wow, it's just so great to see Negan on screen. I love Negan in the comics. Everyone does. If you read the comics, you know why. But I don't know. I just, this episode really got me excited for the show. Really got me, happy. If you couldn't tell, I thought it was a really great episode. What else happened? So Negan shows up for his first gathering, okay? He starts taking supplies. Rick set aside half of the supplies for him. Negan says, screw that. We're going to take your beds. We're going to take some of your food, not a lot. We're going to take your guns. We are going to take your medicine. And he pretty much takes everything important and then leaves. And I don't recall him taking the weapons in the comic series. I don't remember if that happened. In fact, I think it didn't, because the issue that immediately follows this one in the comic series is amazing. One of the best issues for Carl's character ever. Really hope they adapt that for the show in some way, shape, or form. I know in the Talking Dead sneak peek it showed Carl at Alexandria, so they aren't going to adapt it 100%, but we also know from the promo that Carl is going to be leaving Alexandria, heading outside the wall with Enid. I really do see a possibility that they are going to be heading to the hilltop, maybe. Maybe they're going to check on Maggie, because, Enid wants to check on Maggie, and she kept the green balloons for Glenn. So I feel like it could happen where they're headed to the hilltop, because we also saw the hilltop in the promo. And when they're on their way, they like see the saviors, and they're like, wait, we could follow them to their compound. Or, because we know for a fact from the promo, the saviors are coming to give the hilltop a little bit of a spanking. What if Carl arrives at hilltop, takes one of their guns, spoiler alert for the comic series, sneaks into one of the moving trucks for the saviors, gets driven back to the compound, to the sanctuary, and that is where the comic story is adapted. I can really see that happening. In fact, I think that's what's going to happen. I think I just figured it out. So we'll talk a lot more about this in the breakdown. Really excited for next episode. Really hope they do this with Carl. Hopefully they adapt his story well. Other than that, this was an amazing episode. I'm gonna wind up giving it a 9 out of 10. Really loved it. It was a whole lot of fun. Negan's great to see on screen, and I just really liked it. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. D-Man, out. out.